Now let's think about positive and negative feedback loops in less of a systems framework and more of a physics framework. Okay, so imagine you're standing on the side of a mountain posing for a picture. You would feel gravity pulling you down and keeping your feet planted. You might feel a little unstable as you feel the pull of gravity trying to move you down the slope. And you're experiencing two types of forces. There are the forces trying to pull you down the slope, which you are actively trying to avoid as you pose for this photo. And then there's the forces holding you in place. Things like gravity and the friction of your feet and shoes on the rocks. Okay, in general, we call those forces that cause an object to move or a system to change driving forces. Forces that do the opposite, that maintain the current conditions, are called resisting forces. Now, if your resisting forces are equal or greater than your driving forces, then you might take the photo you intended to take. But if your driving forces are greater than your resisting forces, then you're going to get a really exciting action shot of you falling off a mountain. Okay, so let's take that idea and apply it to the bigger geological systems picture. We have mountains and weather and cities and earthquake zones, and we like things to have strong resisting forces so that things are nice and boring. Because the driving forces, if they get to be too strong, will cause really interesting events. Now, a great pilot from one of my favorite TV shows once defined the word interesting as, quote, oh God, we're all going to die," end quote. And that might be a little bit too dramatic, but interesting events in geology are things like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, landslides, and floods. So we really like those resisting forces, and we're not huge fans of the driving forces. Okay, so in that last slide, I may have convinced you that all change is catastrophic, right? Well, that's not exactly true, right? Because uniformitarianism, every second that goes by is a little bit different from the next, and the Earth is constantly changing. And generally, this change is very slow. Okay, bits of rock travel from the mountains to the ocean. Temperature conditions change, light conditions change, everything changes. And that's really the heart of what this class is about. We're going to use rocks and the rock record to track the changes on Earth since its formation and gain a deeper understanding of the processes of change that are occurring right now as you're watching this very video.